For those who don't know me, my name is Elie Abwi. I'm also known as Toneshifterz. I'm a hardstyle music producer, and today I want to talk to you guys about studios and my studio in particular, and how I transitioned from a bedroom producer to where I am today. Studios are a super important part of the music process, as you know, but studios vary in all different types and sizes. You've got really low-end studios, and then you've got really high-end studios like mixing and mastering studios. This studio is actually a pretty high-end studio, and it's been acoustically designed and treated. To be honest, it's such a joy to work in these kind of environments and spaces. I've had my fair share of studios where I wrote some of my album on just a little cabinet. I had my computer on there and just my speakers on some stands. And I've also, of course, when I first started, I had my studio inside my bedroom. And of course, every producer at one point has their studio inside their bedroom. So it's kind of cool to show that transition from being a bedroom producer to being in a professional situation. I've been producing hardstyle now for 10 years. I've been using Cubase for more than 15 years. My studios have changed over the years, but Cubase was always a constant for me. And before Cubase, I used some programs here and there, but actually I started on Cubase SX. That was the first version of Cubase that I ever started. And ever since, I've been using Cubase. When I first started producing, that was at home with, of course, my parents. And I set up a little studio in my bedroom, and I used whatever outboard gear I could find and sound cards I could get. I would record things and try to make music at home at the best way I could. So then after a while, I decided to go to college, and I learned audio engineering and music production. And the studios at my college were phenomenal. They sounded great and they looked great. And for me, that was my first experience actually of being inside a proper acoustically treated studio. So I've always wanted that, and I never quite had that until recently. And over the years, I've had my studio with some acoustic panels just to dampen the room, but nothing ever like this particular room. The guys that did it did an amazing job. You have to calculate all the room modes, all the problematic areas, frequencies that are going to disrupt you while you're producing. These studios actually were built for PMC speakers, which are supposed to go into the wall, which we'll be getting later on. At the moment, I'm still using my Genelec 8050As, which I've been using for years now, and I just understand them. It was such an experience being at college that I always kind of wanted this, and it was such a cool thing. Of course, at college, those studios are built for recording bands and stuff, but as a hardstyle producer, I don't really need to record that many channels. So most of the time I'm recording, 1 or 2 channels maximum. It's either a singer or an instrumentalist, and that's about it. And that's kind of what I have in my current studio. I've always worked very limited and in the box actually in Cubase. And actually, if you wanted to, you could pick up a version of Cubase now and start producing hardstyle if you wanted to. It's really in the box. I've made some tutorial videos to show how you could actually do that. Being in a studio like this boosts creativity, because here you can really be isolated and you can really get into your zone, into your creativity. When I was at home with my parents, I would try to sound design and do some cool kicks and snares and whatever, but then after an hour of hearing the kick over and over and over again, my parents would be going crazy downstairs like, what is this kick that's constantly playing on loop? And I totally understand that, and that can sometimes hinder the creative process. But yeah, as a hardstyle producer, I don't really use that much outboard gear, and the only outboard gear that I do use is the Virus TI, and I use that to make signature hardstyle leads. But you can also make really cool hardstyle leads using Retrolog, which is inside Cubase. It's just the synthesizer that's in there. It's got great EQs in there. It's got reverbs. The program has everything basically that you need. So that's why I kind of don't really use that much outboard gear. I don't use any outboard compressors or outboard limiters or anything like that. Everything that I use is plug-in based. And yeah, that's basically my studio. It's really good treated room that I've been using now for over a year and a few months. So I'm super comfortable in it now, and I hope to continue making music here for many years to come. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see anything else, let us know in the comment section below, and take it easy. Peace.